Hello, and welcome to episode 5 of the MAKE.E crochet podcast, live podcast, Instagram podcast. No backdrop today because I have put up my wreath. I'm feeling quite Christmassy at the moment, and I have got a long list of Christmas things that I need to make. So hello everybody who's joining me, and I've got yarns to show you. In fact, I've got something really exciting to show you. I've been sent something by Secret Yarn Stash at Komodo Crafts, and I have saved it. I haven't played with it. I have opened it. I couldn't hold myself back, but I have saved it so we can open it together and look at it together. It's got yarn in it. So there's that we're going to do, and sad days, we do not have Stitch of the Week, but we do have Tip of the Week. Tip of the Week, a Tip of the Week. Everybody's gonna love Tip of the Week. Yeah. So okay, let's start with this. Ready? So it comes in this package and it makes you just want to tear it open straight away. It says my secret yarn stash, and then go in. And then I'm going to start with this one. So this is Off the Peg commercial yarn, and it's by Debbie Bliss, and this is a Falkland Aran Heathers. This stuff feels amazing, by the way, and this is totally my bag. The reason that this colour was chosen for this month is because it looks, it's the closest to gunpowder grey, but this grey is totally divine, and I love it. So that immediately made me go yay! So that's that, and then so this is the indie dyed yarn. Mine is in DK weight, and it's by Jo Knit Sew. She's also on Instagram at Jo Knit Sew. Go and check out her page. This was all sent to me by Komodo Crafts. It's my yarn stash. You can find them also on Instagram. But I don't know if you can see. Oh look, you can. If I do this, you can see it's like got little flecks of hidden sparkle in it, and the reason for this is it's supposed to be like fireworks. So you've got the dark sky, and then you've got bursts of colour. It's so pretty. I can't even tell you how pretty it is. And then it's got the shimmer to it. Honestly, it's to die for. It's called Remember, and it's merino nylon, and it's just a gentle wash and lie flat to dry. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I really want to make something super special. This is such a great idea, by the way, having yarn on subscription or buying yarn to be sent to you. It takes away the am I choosing the right colour? Am I going to like it? Thing. It just arrives, and inevitably it's yarn, and you love yarn, right? And it's a great way to be introduced to new, amazing indie dyers out there, because I know that there are some really talented people. I really want to have a go at dyeing yarn, but I can see that the process is unbelievable. And to get this must just, after your first attempt, to decide that yes, I'm going to have another go, and keep going until you become so awesome that you can make things like this. The learning curve must be immense. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's like sort of got like dusky pinks and then tiny little splashes of this beautiful blue. And then, but not only do you get your yarn in your secret yarn stash, but you also get another little bag. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. So not only you go, yay! And then your brain starts to go, hat, gloves, don't know. And then in here, we've got, oh look, it's a tiny little, it's a stitch marker. It's like a little bead. I haven't even opened it. It's a beautiful swirly whirly bead, and it does look like the night sky. I'm going to keep that safe because it goes perfectly with the yarn. And also we've got Pip's Real Hot Chocolate in cinnamon flavour. And I suppose we just pop that into some hot milk, and that is going to be, gives you instructions here, and that's going to be gobbled up. And my favourite thing in the world, popping candy. I'm really tempted to do it now and do the rest of it with that. Pop, 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 pop. I won't. But it's my favourite thing, and it's strawberry flavour, and I'm going to have to eat that before the kids see it. I'm sorry, but they can't have it. So, if you don't know of my secret yarn stash, then head over to the Instagram page now and maybe try a box or two, because honestly, I was completely blown away by these yarns. It's such a good choice, such a good combination. They work really beautifully together. Here you go, Purple Moose UK. I dyed some myself and loved it, but actually paid to go on a yarn dyeing class with Daisy Devon Sun Yarns, and it was so good to have a bit of guidance. Exactly. So I would love to go on a proper course, because I get the feeling that, you know, there are a lot of mistakes that you could make, and to have somebody there to go, oh no, try it like this, would be great, because it's so beautiful. God, I can't even describe. Like, when you just pick it up, it's like, it's not even big flecks, it's tiny flecks of glitter. Anyway, I could go on and on and on and on and on. And I think I'm thinking hat. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Jan. Right. Stitch of the week. I don't have a stitch of the week. Well, I was going to do a stitch of the week. I was going to show you how to do a corner to corner to do this. This is made from my Caron baby cake, by the way. I've made this for the girls, and it needs pom-poms on the end. If you've been looking at my stories, I've gone pom-pom mad. I've got a giant rainbow blanket that I'm finishing, and I've got so many more blankets to make for Christmas. So this is just a normal corner to corner. But then, right, I thought, well, most people are going to know how to do that. And do you know what? I'm making pom-poms, and one of the main things that people say is, I can't make pom-poms, they always come apart. I have a top tip. So we're doing a tip of the week, tip of the week. Everybody loves a tip of the week. I'm going to show you how I make my pom-poms, so you can make them too, without them all falling apart. So I'm making tiny little pom-poms to go on the blanket, which is also helpful because it means that I'm just using a tiny little pom-pom maker, so that will make this quite quick. This is Aran weight paint box yarn that I had left over in my stash. I'm doing it in quite bright colours. Everyone goes, I can't make pom-poms, my pom-poms fall apart. And there's a very, 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 very simple way of making sure that they don't. So you just wrap your yarn around. If you haven't used a pom-pom maker before, where have you been? You need to buy yourself a set of pom-pom makers from Amazon or eBay, and grab yourself some yarn and start winding, because I promise you, it's the best thing in the world. So wrap, 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 wrap. It's something that I always try and include on my workshops as well, is pom-poms. Oh, I've started singing the theme tune. I need to get like a proper theme tune, don't I? Tip of the week, tip of the week. Oh, and when you go over to the other side, I didn't slow that down, did I? I literally just hop across, so there's a bit of yarn across. I don't cut, don't snip, don't change anything, just, I haven't got time for that in my life. Basically, if it's quick and easy, get it done. Get it done. Just do it. Da, 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 da. So it's quite full, but you don't want it bulging because you need to be able to close it. These here, pom-pom cutting scissors are quite handy to have in your kit. These are my rose gold embroidery scissors, and I've discovered that they are immense for cutting pom-poms. And they're also rose gold, right? And also everyone needs like 1,000 pairs of embroidery scissors once they start to crochet. And now it's coming up to Christmas, put some hints out there. Embroidery scissors, sharp ones. These ones are awesome. Okay, so you've got your pom-pom maker. and you just snip round between the two. It's quite self-explanatory when you hold it, because you'll start to go, oh yeah, that looks like the cardboard I used to make. You have the two sides and you cut between the cardboard. It's exactly that. So then you have a fluff. Now this is where it can all go horribly wrong. If you haven't wrapped it round enough, these will start falling out. So you don't want them to bulge, but you don't want it to be too loose, because then they'll fall out. Then you take a piece of yarn, and this is the tip. Ah! Go away. This is the tip. Okay, so you take your piece of yarn and you fold it in half like this, and you wrap it round pom-pom maker like so. So you have a loop here, and then you take your ends and you put your ends through the loop, and then you pull, and you can really pull it tight, okay, and that will hold it better. And then you've got a bit of purchase to start tying it round, just to really secure it. So tie it round a couple of times, and that is how I make sure my pom-poms don't fall apart. Be brutal. Sometimes they snap. Another thing that I've tried using is linen thread. You can buy French linen thread off of Amazon. It's quite expensive, but when you pull it, when you do the jacking bit, it digs into your hands quite a bit. Ouch. But that is really good at holding it. Ta-da! And then pop. Oh look, little bits caught. Open. Pop, pop, open. Ta-da! And it doesn't all fall out. See? Now, this is the other thing, is that you don't immediately get the perfect pom-pom. And now don't be scared. These are different to these, as you can tell. What's really good is dressmaking scissors. Acrylic does snap, but then, yeah, I'm the same as Amber. Sometimes I can get like the acrylic snaps, unless it's an Aran weight. But if you're doing really small pom-poms, you don't want to use anything too thick to tighten it, because it pushes all the sides out. But the linen thread, I should have got it in front of me. Lidl have just done some, but you can buy this. It's called waxed linen thread. And type that into like Amazon, eBay, waxed linen thread, and use that in exactly the same way. And because it's waxed, it holds itself and it holds all the fibres, and it gives you a really good pom-pom. Okay, but you don't need it in this case, because this will do nicely. So it's a bit wonky. Dressmaking scissors are great for this. Longer the blade, the better. And then it's just a little bit of topiary, and you want to just, I'm literally snip and shape as I go. And I've got so many of these to do, I can't tell you. And another little tip that I've been using recently is, if you want your pom-pom to look a little bit more felted, you can use a felting needle. Oh yes, oh yes. But watch your fingers, by the way, because they are vicious. But using a felting needle, which is one of those, it looks like a little contraption. It's got like 5 needles that stick out the bottom, and as you push it, the needles pop out for the end and go bap, 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 like that. And you can use that on your pom-poms, and it sort of felts the fibres together a little bit more. So you get a completely different look. Slightly more, obviously, felted rather than fluffy. So once you've trimmed, and I'm going to do the thing that I always do. It's a pom-pom ring. You can buy ring blanks on eBay, by the way. You can also buy child-sized ring blanks on eBay, by the way. And then you stick one of these on with your glue gun. Stocking filler. You're welcome. So that's my tip of the week, tip of the week. Everybody loves a tip of the week. Yay! And that's one of mine down. Yes! Only got another 7 of those and 100 others to do. So, but I'm now going to just quickly show you what I've been working on. I have been using the Caron baby cakes, and I kept this one for myself. The other two have gone off to their new owners to be made into crochet off, crochet off, crochet off. This yarn is so squishy, I can't tell you, it is, it feels amazing. I used a 5.5, you're meant to use like a 5mm hook, okay, that's what it suggests on the thing. I used a 5.5 and then I went up to a 7. You can see that it's gone slightly bigger on the edges, which is good because it goes around the neck, like so. I'll be making more pom-poms for this. Pom-poms or tassels, not entirely sure. It's for the girls, though because it's not pink, neither of them are overly excited about it, though they will be because it's freezing. I know I said that last week, but it's freezing now. So this is my, and that's just one ball of baby cake. So if you're going to make one, I'd probably recommend going up to a 6 or a 7 just to start. It gives you a slightly looser granny, but it will make it slightly bigger. And it makes a perfect kid's scarf. And as it's for babies, right? Babies and kids. So one makes the perfect ta-da, for them. Cute! And that's it. Oh, can you just spot my friend? It's backwards because this is like reverse it. And it was such a bright neon bow, which by the way I made up the pattern for this, the neon bow, using, this is WI chunky, soft and chunky, and I used quite a small hook actually because I wanted it to be quite structured. So I just made that up and then I covered the rest in the grey WI soft and chunky, which is from I know I'll say that a lot. And then you can get these. Look, here we go. Hang on, which one is it? This one. Get out! Get out! From eBay. These are LED light ropes, and they come with battery packs. And you get them in different sizes. This one is a metre long size. They come in longer sizes, so like 3 metres, 5 metres. And I'm slightly obsessed, you may have noticed. And how I've done this is, look, it's all so technical, is glued it. I've just glued this one on. If I turn this on, you might be able to see. There you go. I'll turn this one off. There you go, so you can see it lighting up. I've just glued this one behind so that it gives off a glow. And then with the battery packs, so they don't stick out, because this is styrofoam, I've just cut into the styrofoam so the battery packs can be removed and you can replace the batteries. I know, you're welcome. And then just literally just hang it up. And then, voila, Bob's your uncle, hello. Ta-da! It says Noel, by the way, that you can't really tell because it's backwards. And I'm totally obsessed, so you're going to be seeing some more of this stuff coming your way soon. What do you think? Any good? We've all disappeared anyway, so I'll take that as a no. Right, and that's my really, really quick podcast for this week. Yay! Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to put this up on... YouTube. If, like last week where I was so lucky and it just saved onto my phone, I'll put it up onto YouTube so you can catch it again if you want to do the pom-pom tip of the week. And I'll see you next week. Ta-ra! Bye. Oh, is the wreath made from Hobbycraft? Oh, you caught me just in time. Yes, the wreath, everything bar the writing, the lettering, the lights, all of it's from Hobbycraft. I think the wreath base was £4. Go and grab it. Brilliant. Okay. Any questions quickly before I go? Because I'm going to go, I'm going to go. Ah! Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.